Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight we're going to talk about Xbox outselling PlayStation 5 in the month of June. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Maybe PlayStation just didn't have enough consoles out that time, but I don't know, man. I think the marketing's actually starting to pull people over to the Xbox side. So, yeah, I read this thing. I guess Jeff Grubb was the one that reported on this. Good morning, Yo Jimbo, Andy. How's it going, guys? I guess Jeff Grubb was the one that reported on this or something. Xbox outselling. Actually, Xbox had its best month ever in terms of hardware sales. So, yeah, obviously they're kicking some out. What's up, guys? So obviously they're kicking some consoles out now. I don't know. I mean, it's too early to kind of tell, but I think. Dude, I think Microsoft is really going to give PlayStation a run for its freaking money this generation. Like, there's no doubt about it. After that amazing E3 showing, Forza Horizon 5, that game looks beautiful, guys. Flight Simulator, that looks beautiful too. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing. We're going to see a pretty decent. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I think we're going to see a pretty decent, some pretty decent competition this generation, guys. I mean, Microsoft's got a pretty decent lineup set up for, at least the next couple of years. I'm pretty sure they've been working on Fable a lot longer than, the Sony Jim Ryan interview was awful. He basically was. What was he saying? Oh yeah, we're basically gonna hold back games until they're good. Every time those guys talk, man, I feel like they're gonna push something back. I mean, they've already Ghostwire Tokyo got pushed back. Hello, Zombie, how you doing, my friend? It just feels like everything's getting pushed back on the PlayStation side, and yeah, I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel like they overpromised and they underdelivered this year, at least for this year. I feel like it's going to be that way. I'm grateful for the Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding upgrades, because sounds like that's all I'm going to be playing for the rest of this year. Basically, only AAA games, so a lot of delays. Period. Yeah. Yeah. Just sound well. I mean, like Kenya Bridge of Spirits. I'll have that next month. Yeah, dude, it just seems like there's going to be a lot of delays, man. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I get up and I go to work every day. I do my job. Are you trying to tell me these guys can't program from? I don't know, man. I don't know how programming goes. I'm not a programmer, but I'm pretty sure if you give me a couple of books, I could learn how to do it. In enough time, I could figure it out. So basically, yeah, I don't understand what's going on with all these delays, man. From the way that Jim Ryan interview sounded, Jimbo. Sounds like probably Horizon Forbidden West is going to get pushed back this year as well. I mean, all that means is we're going to have a really good Microsoft year and then a good PlayStation 5 year next year, man. So essentially, there's really no reason. I guess I can't say there's no reason to buy a PlayStation 5. If you already have a PlayStation 4 Pro, the upgrade is more than worth it. It's definitely a more powerful machine. All of your stuff that you have on it now is going to run better. Everything's going to play better. So it's definitely going to be a better experience if you do go forward. I mean, we got some more disappointing freaking news today too. Ubisoft Riders Republic getting pushed back another month. That irritates me. I'm to the point where I've waited so long for this game. What's another 3 months after that just to get it for $20, dude? That's literally where I'm sitting right now. I'm so irritated with that. Maybe they should stop harassing their employees and start making freaking games. So, I mean, stop harassing and abusing their employees so that they can start going to work and making some games. Like, this Ubisoft stuff is really starting to get to me. Like, I'm irritated. I wanted that game really bad. I've pre-ordered it twice now, so I canceled my pre-order. Now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until they freaking come out and until it goes on sale. Now I'm not gonna reward this. This is ridiculous. But of course, he would say that every game company wants great games to be on their game console. This didn't sound cocky in my. No, I don't think it sounded cocky. To me, it sounded like we were getting more delays from. But he could have been referring to Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean that could be the case. He could just be saying that, but it's really starting to make me think that we're not going to get Horizon Forbidden West this year, man, and that's extremely disappointing if you ask me. Like really disappointed. If I'm not playing Fire Pro Wrestling, I'm not really playing PlayStation Awesome Beat 'em Up. Yeah. What I've been saying is Game Pass pushing out first party game quarter plus all third party games on top. So of it, Sony won't be able to keep up. Yeah, dude, with all the freaking studios that Microsoft has now, yo Jimbo, I don't see how PlayStation can compete with that. The only thing they've really got is their quality first party studios, and like right now, guys, I mean, I've been a PlayStation guy for so long, and it just feels like it's just felt like every generation we've been getting less and less, and all the good stuff is at the end of the generation. It's never at the beginning of the generation. Everything at the beginning of the like seriously, dude, I basically forgot everything that was on the PlayStation 4 when it first launched, man. Like I mean, what, Killzone? Knack? I mean, like, what the freak was that? I mean, the best games we got from Sony last year was Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, and I mean, even Gran Turismo support was a little bit off. To be honest, I'm fine with that. You're fine with Forbidden West getting pushed back a year, Zombie? I have a feeling most Xbox fans will eventually buy both Series X and S. I got one for my daughter, so I mean, I guess if you're a gamer and you have kids, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see a lot of gamers buying those for their kids, because that just makes more sense to buy your kid an Xbox Series S instead of, when they get old enough to buy their own consoles, then they can buy whatever they want. But as far as I'm concerned, the Series S is more than sufficient for the little people. Oh yeah, I got my red controller today too. I had to get one. He was setting up everyone for the delays. Yeah, that's basically what Herman Hulst did too. Herman Hulst came out and told us, yeah, man, we're basically pushing everything back till next year. That really sucks, man. I honestly, I don't think this is much about getting the quality up of these games as it is getting more consoles out to sell these games on. That's kind of where I'm at now. That's exactly what I'm starting to think. I mean, Microsoft, they're pushing out. I mean, if Xbox was out selling PlayStation last month, I wonder what it's doing this month. I guess there was a PlayStation drop today, so you could buy more PlayStations. So, and I think what PlayStation Direct had them, those usually sell out in like 30 minutes, though. 30 minutes, guys. You may be fine for the delays, but Sony won't be investing in much if they're not bringing in the cash. That's extremely true, man. I mean, the longer I feel like I have to wait for this stuff, it just makes it just, yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It kind of kills my hype. Like with Riders Republic, I was extremely happy for that game. I want that game so bad that now it's like, dude, my hype for that is just it's falling off every single day. The more it gets pushed back, it's just not fun. Also, if you want a good time and a good laugh, check out Old School Hockey on PlayStation. Oh yeah. I mean, and not only that, dude, Ubisoft also is pushing back that quarantine until 2022, man. They're pushing that back until next year. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess we'll still have Far Cry 6, but I'm pretty sure that's going to get pushed back again as well. I mean, why wouldn't it? There's something going on at Ubisoft. Like this is bad, guys. I mean, obviously these guys are just, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if Ubisoft's going to survive this, to tell you the truth. They can't even put a game out anymore on time. And if they do put it out, it's a buggy, broken mess that, oh gosh, what was the last one we got from Ubisoft? Assassin's Creed. That wasn't too buggy. Well, it was. There was screen tearing. There was all kinds of stuff going wrong with that at first. Yeah, I don't know. Did they? That other one played pretty good. The one that came out along, Watch Dogs. That one's kind of been all over the place as well. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Ubisoft's always kind of put out buggy games because they rush them out and they don't take their time and do a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting so frustrated with these delays. It's not even funny. That's why I'm looking forward to Xbox this year through the end of the year. We got a lot of good stuff coming out. We got Flight Simulator. I know that one's going to keep me busy for a little while. Well, I don't know. It depends on how user-friendly it is to fly those planes with the controller until I can get a flight stick if I like it. Far Cry 6 delayed. I hope not. Yeah, dude, I hope not either. But, the fact of the matter is it's possible. They basically just got done telling us a little while ago that Riders Republic was on schedule, and now it's getting delayed again. Like, what the freak, man? Also, Sony Gaming Division is the money for the whole company, from TVs to DVD players. So even if they make $400 million on a game, maybe 1 or 2% is actually put back into gaming. That's very true. I have an Xbox Series X and S. Yeah, I got one for my daughter. You play both of them, Joe? You got one in like the front room or something, and one and then like in your gaming place? Welcome back to the show. Joffy's on right now, so I didn't think anybody was going to show up. Guys, to tell you the truth, I thought I was going to be talking to myself, so I'm pretty happy people decided to show up tonight. Yeah, like I don't know how to continue. Like I said, guys, I've been feeling this way for a while about PlayStation. I don't know how to continue being excited for PlayStation like I used to be. Like that excitement for PlayStation just isn't there anymore, guys. Oh, you guys don't like Jaffe? I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like, I used to love PlayStation. I used to freaking wait in lines to get their consoles. I just don't understand why that hype's not there anymore. It's like gone. To be completely honest with you guys, yeah, I get the point you're trying to make, but I rather prefer great finished games rather than just I completely agree with the whole getting released good games. But at the same time, like, doesn't it kind of feel a little like they're holding stuff back purposely so they can sell more PlayStation 5s, because they're basically just selling out like hotcakes anyways, so they're trying to get as many into the scalpers' hands as possible, so that so they can start making a little bit of money. Yeah, dude, all these PlayStations are, I don't know if scalpers are still getting them as much as they were, but like, I don't know, man. Well, AA games are good, some indies are good. Yeah, definitely we got those. Hey, Michael or Miguel. But I get so much excited by Xbox news. Yeah, exactly, guys. The Xbox is just doing everything right, Miguel. Their messaging is definitely on point, and they were smart to come out and be like, "Yeah, man, like, we're gonna get this stuff out to you guys. We've had delays and stuff. We're gonna get it to you." So they tempered expectations like right at the beginning, and now everything that comes out is good news, because it's like, oh gosh, yay, it's finally here, So yeah, I definitely get more excitement for the Xbox than I even consider for the PlayStation right now, and that's not normal, man. That's not normal. I used to be like way happy about PlayStation. The beginning of this generation, right when I heard the specs of the PS5 and already knew what the Xbox Series X was, that right there, I was just like, oh gosh, man. That right there made me think like, oh my gosh, should I even buy a PlayStation 5? Am I going to get a good experience on the PlayStation 5? Are they going to use, like, I don't know. I know my PlayStation first party exclusives are going to be amazing. It's everything else that I worry about at the moment. Well, Jaffe, very controversial. Oh, yeah. I've watched a couple of his streams, but I haven't watched him in a little while. The PS5 was definitely not a product that was ready to ship out. Yeah, I kind of feel like, no. I mean, let's look at it this way, Christian. PlayStation's been in the console business for 5 generations now. PlayStation 4 was basically, I mean, that was a pretty good console. The PlayStation 4 Pro went right back to, not being that great. PlayStation 3, when it first launched, was a little up in the air. PlayStation 2 was a pretty decent console the whole generation. And then PlayStation 1. So I mean, with the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 5 are the ones that they've kind of, put out a little wobbly at first. Yeah, PS5 not having VRR is going to hold its games back. Yeah, that's very true, guys. I mean, I was playing around on my PS5 on my new TV. Because I guess if you put Ratchet and Clank in if you play Ratchet and Clank on 120 hertz display, on the 4K 30 mode, you get 40 frames per second. It did feel a lot more fluid than 30 frames a second, but at the same time, it was like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah, that VRR definitely is going to suck. It works just fine on the Xbox. Like I was playing Watch Dogs Legion yesterday, and that one there, when you're on a motorcycle and you're driving around real fast and just moving the camera, you get a lot of screen tearing. All the screen tearing's basically gone, but it's still like it still looks like you're dropping frames, just anywhere where it would have screen tore, it kind of just looks like it freezes a little bit, or not freezes, but like it looks like it drops a frame. I'm happy with my Pro for at least another 18 months. Yeah, you'd probably be fine with the Pro for a little while, as long as they keep putting those games out on the Pro as well. Like, you should be all right. What's going on between Netflix and PlayStation 5? They're probably well, you guys know that Sony does movies too, right? I mean, they're probably going to bring it probably has something to do with their movies, and they might do something with games. I mean, it's possible. Maybe they're doing like a game thing. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice, but I don't understand why they would want to partner. Well, if they partner with Netflix, then Netflix would share some of the cost and burden, as well as, have that platform of, I mean, like the YouTube or the Netflix platform is already pretty big. And if they brought in gaming through PlayStation, they would have a lot more access to a lot more people than Game Pass does right now. They would already have access to everybody who is already a Netflix subscriber. So I could kind of see that being if they do that, if they do like partner with Netflix to do their streaming, like their Game Pass or whatever, it would share the risk with Netflix, as well as put that much. It would give them access to a lot more customers right out the gate, where Microsoft has had to build everything. Hey, Darkest Hero, what's up, man? Where Microsoft has basically had to build everything, from the ground up for Game Pass. PlayStation would have a lot more access through Netflix, and then it would basically guarantee like in their eyes, it would probably guarantee a sub for Netflix, or they would be able to hike the price up for Netflix or something, to like 25. That's what they're saying. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about with that. Doesn't Netflix use Amazon servers? I don't think either them or Sony has the tech to pull this off. Well, Sony did sign a thing with Azure Cloud, bro. Like, they can use Azure, the servers and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think Sony has its own infrastructure like that. And Netflix is definitely using somebody else. They would, I don't know, man. If they're going to do something with Netflix, then I don't know if I'd get my hopes way up for it, like being like super good or anything, because you know if they're going through Netflix, it's going to be packed with all that TV with Netflix stuff. So it might be like they'll have a whole bunch of PlayStation 4 games on there, and then, like I said, start putting PS5 games on there for a limited time, or a couple months after launch, or a month after launch, or some of them will launch right into it. That service. I get where you're coming from, Frog Boy, about the fact that when you saw the PS5 specs for the first time, you weren't happy. But in my opinion, I think the 10 teraflops. Yeah, dude, I honestly, like, I thought, like, Zombie, I thought, oh my gosh, dude, that's not powerful at all. I mean, that's not as powerful, as the Xbox. So, I mean, there's going to be some cutbacks. But then I also looked at the Xbox One X and I was like, at least we'll be able to get 4K games, though. That was my biggest thing with the PlayStation 4 Pro, dude. Not with first party games, with third party games. But the PlayStation 5, like, I'm fine with it being 10 point whatever teraflops, because I know the Sony games are going to look good. I'm going to buy all my other games on the Xbox, so it doesn't really matter, I mean, it's going to like this generation, dude, this is the one generation in the whole freaking world of video games that you should probably just have both consoles this generation. Sure, it's good when the people compare it to the Series X power. Yeah. Netflix are driving this. I don't know if Netflix is driving this. I mean, 10 teraflops is fairly powerful. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, my Sony games are going to look really good. My third-party games that I'll probably buy them all. Remember when Sony guys tried to kill Xbox for the whole TV stuff? Now they're TV. They're less powerful. They're everything that Xbox was last generation, and that really kind of sucks, dude, because Microsoft really took it on the chin last generation, guys. They took it on the chin and they kept walking forward, and now they're to a point a little bit different, Zombie, a little bit. I mean, they're basically doing everything that Xbox did last generation, though, bud. I mean, that's kind of like the way that honestly, like, looking back at last generation, that's kind of the way I feel a little bit. I kind of feel like Sony is going more of the way that the Xbox did. So there's one thing that's like a burning question for me. Okay. On my Xbox, I can, set my daughter's Xbox as the home console, and I only have to buy one version of the game. On the PlayStation 5, there's nowhere in there to select this PlayStation 5 as my home console. It was all set up through my phone. And basically, is what I'm getting to is, can you still game share with PlayStation 5? Like you can with Xbox? I don't know, man. I don't have another PlayStation 5, so I can't tell if that's the case. I don't know. There's no way to set that up that I can find. So I'm wondering if they found a way to do away with game share. Oh, gosh dang it, dude! I'm almost out of this juice. Awesome. And then I could stop freaking yawning. Or buy a Steve. Or buy a stream. I don't know, man. If they're going to stream, Sony does TVs and they do movies, so it makes sense for them to make their games cross with their movie. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I get that. They do. PlayStation is becoming Nintendo, underpowered and relying on IPs. I mean, yeah, the PlayStation 5 is definitely underpowered when it comes to the Series X, but it's definitely powerful enough for a game console to, I mean, I think 10, hey Toby, how's it going, my friend? I think 10 teraflops is definitely sufficient when it comes to a next gen console for gaming and stuff, but I mean, the freaking PlayStation 5 can't even do. Yes, you can family share with PS Plus. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't seen a way to activate a second PlayStation 5 on my account I know that it doesn't affect my my PlayStation 4 account or whatever. I can have, my PlayStation 4 and still game share with another PS4. It's crazy how well account sharing with Game Pass works. No restrictions. Both accounts can download and play all games at once. Yeah, it is insane, dude. I wish Microsoft would make it so I got 3, because Junior has an Xbox too, so I have 3 Xboxes. So one of them I have to buy, extra content for or something. Google is your friend, shows you how. I know. Yeah, I mean, I don't have another PlayStation 5, yo, Jimbo, so I just have not looked. So I was just wondering if anybody here has tried to do something like that. When it comes to like, PlayStation 5 and not being sorry guys, with not being able to hit these deadlines with these games and stuff, I just don't understand why the Twitter sphere isn't freaking ripping PlayStation a new butt, and everybody's just okay with it. Everybody's just like, oh, it's fine, PlayStation, take your time. And it's like, come on, man, you guys have been like killing Xbox. Like they've been hammering away at Xbox this whole freaking time about everything that Xbox isn't doing right. But what happens when all these Xbox games start dropping and they're freaking bombshells? They're like 10 out of 10 games, or they're like really, really good, hitting like 90 scores and stuff. Is everybody going to be like, okay, we're sorry. We're glad you took your time. I mean, I don't know. Hey, Distinctive One, 70, how's it going, my friend? What's your thoughts on the Steam Deck? I kind of talked about this in the last stream. I don't really necessarily have I'm not for it and I'm not against it. I kind of want to see it in the wild before I mean, like $400 is $400, but I kind of want to see it in the wild and see how it's gonna and see how it plays out. I mean, if it's good. The reason why the Nintendo Switch appeals to me is because I can dock it and play it on my my big screen. I guess I can dock that too, but I kind of want to know what the output resolution is going to be. Like if it'll hit a native 1080p on my TV when I stream it to the TV or whatever, then that'll be all right. But everything that's coming out on the Steam Deck, I could basically get on my Xbox or my PlayStation 5 or yeah, I don't know, man. Like if I was going to be, I haven't been that big into like portable games for a while. Probably since the PSP, I haven't really taken them around. 10 is more than enough. Just look at the Series S. It's the way you use the power. Yeah. 10 teraflops is okay. Just look at the Series S. 4 teraflop. That's funny, huh? Yeah. Yeah, dude, 10 teraflops. I think 10 teraflops is sufficient for the PlayStation 5. I mean, I know that my Sony first-party games are going to look freaking amazing, guys. I already know that. Like, there's no... Like, 10 teraflops is perfectly fine for Sony to do whatever they're going to do with it. If I buy all my third-party games on my Xbox and then on my PC when I get it, like, that doesn't even matter. Like, when I get my PC, I'll have more than enough power to run whatever the freak I want. So... yeah, I mean, basically, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily need, a PC for sim racing. After playing F1 2021, this game looks good, man. I am satisfied with the way this looks. Like the detail is so good on this game that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I still want to play like Automobilista and and iRacing and oh gosh, damn. And all these other racing games. So yeah, I don't know, man, but that F1 2021 is looking pretty freaking good. Oh, so guys, I'm gonna give you like a little preview of the video that's gonna be coming up after I'm done with this. So, as you know, I got on last night after I got my OLED TV. My first impressions with this TV are a little like I'm happy with it. I'm pretty much content with like the OLED and stuff. But yeah, dude, I mean this TV has been a pretty buggy mess for like it took me well up dude, I was up till almost midnight just screwing around with it. So um yeah, I got a video coming out. I'm gonna do a video, I got a video coming out, OLED versus QLED, from my experience and how I'm feeling about both of the technologies. So I'll have that video going up after I'm done with after we're done with the stream tonight. But the Vizio H1 OLED out of the box has kind of been a buggy mess. So basically I have 2 weeks with this TV to try it out, to see if I can get everything ironed out, to see if I can get it. And then after that, if I can't, I'm just going to get the CX, man. I'm just going to do the CX. All right. They have a dock with all kinds of connections. My friend says he's getting one and using it as his game PC. The power's within the realm of the Series X specs. No, it's a little bit. It's 1.6 teraflops, where the Series S is 4 teraflops. So it's a little bit less, man. And yeah, I would prefer Sony to be more like Nintendo. I don't really care much about power. Sony's consoles are still pretty powerful anyway. The first company Sony competed with was the Nintendo and the PS1 and Nintendo 64. Yeah, you're completely right, Zombie. I mean, like PlayStation, I love my PlayStation experience. I do. But when it comes down to it, I mean, for the most part, I'm content with my Sony experience, dude. As long as they keep making the same games, the games that I like, the single player story, action adventure story, like I'm happy with it. I'm gonna keep buying them. It really sucks that everything's getting delayed until next year now. I was really looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West this year. That was a big one. That was one I definitely wanted to play. When you look into Direct ML teraflops, not matter. Yeah, exactly. Direct ML. Dude, I'm cautiously optimistic about Direct ML. I am really hoping that Direct ML can work at a hardware level and enhance older games as well. Yeah, the C1, well, I was looking at the CX, man. I don't want to spend more than $1,600 is about my max for what I want to spend on a TV. And to tell you the truth, that even like I wanted to stay around the $1,300 range, and that's where I'm at with the Vizio. I mean, let me be completely honest with the Vizio H1. I want this experience to work. I like Vizio. I want this to be I want to be able to keep this TV and to be able to use it to create the content that I want to create. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't work and I spend more time having to play with it, then I might have to take it back. J Dog, take it back. I was trying to buy the Vizio and the salesperson at Best Buy told me not to get it, and I got and to get the CX. Yeah, that's basically what they were trying to tell me last night too. But I've had really good luck with Vizio, J Dog, for the last, I don't know, probably 5 years now since I've been buying them. And I mean, it just kind of feels a little buggy right now, but I mean, I feel like that's because of settings that I have that are screwed up. So I was at a Best Buy today and seen the GX, the newest version of the CX. I've always been skeptical about burning. Yeah, me too. I don't know. I mean, as it sits right now, like, I mean, I love the build quality of this. It looks freaking amazing. I like the way the stand, if I put the stand on it, it holds the Vizio sound bar that I was going to pick up too. Like, I want this Vizio to turn out to be good. So I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna play around with it for a couple of weeks and see if I can get everything ironed out. What's major problems with Vizio? It's not that there's major problems with Vizio. It's more of like a software, like their software. It takes them a while to fix software sometimes. Um, Other than that, like um, this TV is basically. I mean, the screen and everything is made by LG, so I mean, I got the same screen as the CX, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, like I have a 55 C1 coming tomorrow. It's my last day of 4K 60. Yeah. Yeah, the 4K 60. I mean, this TV right here, dude, does the 120, and it's so nice, man. I was playing my WRC9 on it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, 120 hertz just makes it seem like I'm going so slow. I'm also curious about and the nano LEDs. Um, Basically, I don't know, man. I mean, I was looking at those nanites too, and at the end of the day, I was just like, who listens to salespeople, especially in Best Buy? I don't know exactly. Like, I, I don't know, man. Like, I looked at that CX, dude, and I looked at the freaking Vizio, and I'm like, I don't know. I've been a Vizio. I've been happy with my Vizios for quite a while now, and you know, like the whole point of buying stuff is to kind of get the competition to be able to you know, to be better. I mean, yeah. Azen, how's it going, my friend? Man, hope the community rips Sony a new one for waiting this long to give bad news about Forbidden West. Oh yeah, dude, they should rip the Band-Aid off right now, my friend. They should rip it off right now. If they're not going to have that game out this year, they need to rip the freaking Band-Aid off right now and let us know exactly what to expect. Because this damn Ubisoft stuff has pissed me off so freaking bad now that I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty irritated about the whole freaking this whole Sony stuff, man. Jim Ryan, he should have just came out and freaking and told us that, you know, they're pushing back Forbidden West. I think they're still trying to get it out, but gosh dang, man, this is getting ridiculous, dude. It's almost freaking August, and like we still don't have any information on this. Really, I mean, I don't know. I guess they're doing another show in August or something, guys. Gaming is changing and not for the better. Yeah, that's definitely kind of true, Azen. I kind of feel that way too. You know, everything's going live service. I don't know, man. Like I've kind of been feeling that way for a while, you know. It seems like only for Sony. Yeah. I want to start revisiting some of the older games that I played, you know, and then like do reviews on them and stuff now after a while, especially like I thought Sony already had 2022. No, they said they're still trying to get that out this year. They said God of War and Gran Turismo 7 are next year. Does your vape juice have melatonin in it? No, it's I don't know why. I got this other kind, guys, and because normally I don't do that, but they're kind of out of my juice. But this stuff right here, it's like a grape from wet, and it makes me yawn, man. Like I don't know. When I go back to my I got my other juice. This is the last tank I have of that, so hopefully I'm not yawning anymore after this. Next year or so. Yeah, Sony never specified. Yeah, they still have not said anything about when the yeah, they haven't said anything about when the release date for Forbidden West is. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing if you ask me. Oh my gosh, man. Maybe I am just tired, man. I've been working my butt off this last freaking couple of weeks too. So I don't know. Maybe I'm blaming the vape juice, and it's really not the vape juice. It's just me being tired. I don't know. I don't feel tired. I feel fine. I just had um, I just had a beans and brew too with an extra shot. So yeah, I mean, I'm not tired. I feel pretty good. It's just that vape juice. I don't know. Like it feels different. Father, what's Halo's release date? Nobody knows. It's probably getting pushed back to next. No, I've from what Phil says, they're just waiting to find out when the Call of Duty is going to launch, so that they can. If it's not coming out this year, then it's probably January, February. Yeah, probably. I'll be gaming on my Switch from the move from Michigan to Florida in 10 days. Nice. Uh, Frog Boy Gaming, do you think the pandemic really affected that Forbidden West progression, or do you think? I think that they are trying to hold that God of War for fall 20. You know what, Azen, that might actually be the case, dude. Honestly, the way I'm kind of starting to feel about it now is I'm kind of feeling like they're just holding these games back. Right now it's 6-11. Right now I feel like they're holding these games back so they can get more PlayStation 5s out there, to tell you the truth, because they want to sell Forbidden West for $70 and not $60. They want to get as many people suckered into that as possible. So that's the way I'm kind of feeling about it now. I hate how Sony keeps things so close to the chest. I get they do things a certain way, but I like to have a better roadmap. And they're, yeah, exactly. I mean, they basically came out last year and showed us all these amazing games and all these amazing experiences. They got us all hyped that we want, and then they have basically been rolling them back one after one since. I mean, dude, this year, like, what do we get? Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. Um, what else came out this year? Did Destruction All Stars come out this year, and then a whole bunch of like remakes and upgrades and stuff like that? Like, this is the first generation we've ever gotten like actual next gen upgrades for Sony games, if I remember correctly. Like I've been saying, this pandemic is a built-in excuse to delay games. Going to go on for another year or two. I really hope not, man, because basically is what I think happened. You know, I mean, this is actually starting to 111 for me. Night shift again. Oh dang. Exactly, and that's scummy because it's cross-gen. I could see if it was just for PS5, but it's for the PS4 also. That is really stupid. What's up, Jet? How you doing, my friend? So I mean, at the end of the day, they got to make money, but like Yojimbo just said, they're using this. I think they are using this pandemic as an excuse to push these games back because, let's face it, neither console was ready for next gen. Everything that's been on the PlayStation 5 to date could have worked on the PlayStation 4. Same goes for the Xbox. Everything that's on the Xbox could have worked on the freaking last one. So essentially, I don't think either console was ready, software wise for prime time, dude. And whatever they can do to try to push back these dates a little more while continuing to sell these consoles, at the end of the day, it didn't even matter. This gen didn't even start yet. Only when the chip shortage is over, then it will start. This gen is going to be the longest 10 years. I really hope it does. No, I don't know. I mean, I want it to last 10 years because then we'll be able to see the true power of these consoles being actually used. Whereas, I mean, we didn't even really start seeing the whole power of the Xbox One X get used. Everything was kind of held back and neutered on it a little bit, to tell you the truth. I mean, you start seeing games like Dirt 5 on the Xbox One X, and you're like, ooh, man, buying year one is just an investment anyways. Yeah, that's exactly the way I feel about it. Buying year one is basically just future proofing, but at the same time, with everything being cross-gen and backward compatibility, well, The Xbox was definitely worth getting right now so that, everything was upgraded, and enhanced and everything. The PlayStation 5, yeah, I mean, it definitely plays a lot better than your PlayStation 4 Pro. It's quieter. There's definitely a reason to get either one of them, but gosh, when it comes to software, man, I think we might be looking at another year or two. At least Microsoft was honest with us about, the cross-gen things. You know what I mean? All of the Microsoft first-party next-gen games aren't going to even start hitting until, well, this month we get Flight Simulator. I think this pandemic saved some of these companies' asses because these games weren't. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, look at us now. We're already, 8 months out past the freaking consoles launches, and like nothing's still ready and everything's still getting pushed back. Yeah, dude. COVID. I mean, come on, guys. How much of that stuff do we really have to listen to before we like start calling them on their crap, man? Before, a lot of companies delayed games but never really gave a reason, but now the pandemic just floats off the lips. Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh yeah, it was the pandemic. It's like, no, just your one is getting your foot in the door. Or you know what, guys? Maybe Sony really did put out a thing saying that, hey, man, these games have to ship bug free, and developers are, really having to fix stuff. Yeah, this year's definitely turning out to be a dud. Well, if we don't get Forbidden West this year, dude, yeah, I mean, we could basically write PlayStation's year off. If none of these games for Xbox come out this year that and like hit home runs, I think for Forza Horizon 5 is going to be an amazing experience. I think that I think Halo, if Halo launches this year, it's going to be pretty good. All Microsoft has to do this year is launch Forza, Halo, Flight Sim, Psychonauts, and maybe a couple other, a couple of other games, and they'll be fine, man. The Ascent comes out this month. We get Flight Simulator this month, and then from then on, we're gonna have content for the Xbox. That's why it's so important to just have both consoles this generation, guys. Like, there's no reason to not. I mean, unless of course you can't afford that. Monster Hunter Stories 2, it's a great RPG. No, I haven't looked into it. I might pick that one up and check that out. Yeah, the Ascent looks pretty freaking good, man. I'm looking into that. I'm definitely looking for that. I just bought F1 2021 jet, so I'm probably going to play that a lot more, so that I can finish up my review on that and get some good play time out of that before I try to buy anything else. So I probably will pick up that one though, eventually. Deathloop is in September, so I mean, yeah, we're still getting Deathloop. They haven't pushed that back. There's still a release date for that. Gosh damn that vape juice, man. Ugh. Has anyone tried any of the flight sticks for Xbox out? I haven't. That's what I'm trying to decide, if I'm just going to buy the HOTAS or if I'm going to buy like the other one. Yeah, it's old school turn-based. Okay. I do like turn-based, not just I'm still trying to get through Octopath Traveler, to tell you the truth, Jet. I mean, I turn it on and I play it for like 10 minutes or whatever, and I'm just like, oh gosh, man, I want to play something else, something a little faster. The part that pisses me off is everyone keeps telling Sony Studios to take their time. We don't want another Cyberpunk. I think Cyberpunk was the fall guy for everybody too, man. Now they're all like, oh yeah, dude, COVID, Cyberpunk. Ah, man, ah. Yeah, Octopath is pretty good. I'm just, it takes a little bit for me to get into those types of games, man, and continuously play them. I mean, I probably should just be playing. I downloaded Octopath on my Xbox, but I probably should just get it for the Switch so that I can just like sit in bed and play it or something. You know what I mean? And then that Monster Hunter Stories 2, pick that one up. So there's no, so that's all turn-based combat in that. Oh my gosh, man. I need to quit this freaking yawn, and I'm going to dump this juice out, dude. The hell with this crap. It's time to go back to my other stuff. Hey, Russell, how you doing, man? I'm about 40 minutes behind, but great content as always. It's all right, man. I tried to give you guys a lot of lead time this time. Yeah, I'm dumping this juice out, dude. I'm not buying this garbage again. It's just making me yawn way too much. I can't do that. It's not professional. Oh dang. Hold on a minute. I need better wheels on my chair. Sorry, guys. I got to change this. Because I didn't start yawning until I started vaping this crap, so... Oh, my goodness. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. CDPR has nothing to do with why Guerrilla Games and why they can't. Yeah, I know. But they're all using they're all using CDPR as a scapegoat to try and freaking say, well, we don't want another game like that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely get what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel like they're all using them as a scapegoat to be able to delay these games. You guys, you feel like that's the case or no? Oh man, you can't get a game out in 4 years. Yeah, they've actually. I don't think. Well, yeah, because Gorilla's got two teams, and if they are working on two games right now, like the rumors say, then because they are supposed to be technically working on another game at the same time. If you have a suitable PC, I would say get it on that to play at 60 FPS or higher resolution. Switch is 30 FPS. Oh gosh. Since I started vaping, I noticed my device leaks when filling it. LOL. Which one did you get? Did you get the one I got, Andy? Because yeah, this one here, when I fill it, this one here will leak sometimes. It just depends on how saturated your coil is, I guess. But I'm going back up to 50 watts with this stuff. I bet if the game gets delayed, no one is going to say anything to Sony, but take your time. Oh, I'm going to say something. Definitely. I'm going to say something. I'm going to be freaking pretty pissed if they delay this game and it doesn't ship this year. They better have a really damn good reason of why they can't get this game out. Like a really damn good reason. Because that's pretty frustrating that we it's borderline unacceptable, to be. I don't know, dude. It's Sony, man. Obviously, they can do no wrong. obviously they can do wrong because hey man, their stupid decisions have got me buying all my games on Xbox. So yeah, and it's mine's called Blue Pro. Okay, COVID, of course. Yeah. So I mean, obviously Sony's doing something wrong, Azen, because now I buy all my third-party games on the Xbox, whereas I used to buy them on the PlayStation. PlayStation is not my preferred console of play anymore, and that's all. That's all their fault, man. They sold me that PlayStation 4 Pro. They told me it was 4K. It clearly wasn't 4K, or even really close to 4K. On like 90% of the games. I mean, their games look pretty good, and it's like a little pin. Yeah, I would get something like this, Andy, especially if you were a heavy smoker. This right here is going to help you. Um, as soon as you get used to vaping, and like you've replaced that that habit of the cigarette with the vape, dude, you're going to notice things like your food's going to taste better. You're not going to stink all the time. You won't have the like that urge to like go like having to stand outside and smoke. Your clothes will smell better. Like there's just so many things that change so drastically and so dramatically over just the course of like a month or 2 months, like 2 months, 3 months, a year. Oh my gosh, man. The improvements you're gonna feel after 1 year of vaping and not smoking, it's amazing. It really gets a lot better. There was no need to get a pro. Base PS4 to PS5 is a better oh yeah, definitely a way better jump. It's unacceptable because they have nothing, no Sifu, no Ghostwire Tokyo to save them. They will really go 5 months from September with no games. Yeah, that's true, man. That if that's the way Sony's going to do it this time, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. This is ridiculous, man. Like the chip shortage has definitely, think about it, Azen. It makes more sense for them to hold these games back until they can actually produce enough PlayStation 5s to actually sell them on, man. I mean, if you want to get technical, dude, not a lot of people go back and because they're definitely not going to go back and want to buy these games at full price after they've been out for a year before there's more PlayStation 5s on the market, right? So yeah, it does kind of make sense for them to push it back. I mean, it sounds selfish, and it really is selfish, but yeah, I don't know. Microsoft might dissolve the contract for Ghostwire. No way they wait till 2023. I don't know if they would do that one. It wouldn't make any sense for them to do that. I'm pretty sure, like I kind of understand the whole thing with Ghostwire Tokyo because it is like a new IP, like a literal new IP. So I kind of get where they're going with that. But at the same time, yeah, at the same time, I don't think they'll cancel that. I think it'll just play out the way it was supposed to. Gosh, that juice tastes so much freaking better. So much better. They I mean, when it comes down to it, like this year here is really starting to like take its toll on a lot of people. I would agree if these games weren't coming to PS4, but the PS4 is going to get supported for another 3 years. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to support it for another 3 years. Sony doesn't usually support them that long after. As soon as they get their new consoles out there going and they start selling pretty good, they usually just cancel production for the PlayStation 5s. They would cancel, but bring the Xbox version a lot faster. I mean, that's possible, but if they're already shutting down production for the PlayStation 5 version, to next year, it's still they still got to port to Xbox because I don't know if they're already making it for Xbox, but they would have to port to the Xbox, and they're going to want to be able to use. I mean, with it being a Microsoft first-party team, they're going to want to be able to start using those new techniques and stuff. Because I mean, Doom Eternal doesn't even have variable rate shading on the PlayStation 5. Like it doesn't do it. It can't do it. So instead of being able to kick out a higher resolution at 120 frames, they had to lower the resolution just to get it to work with the VRS. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Ghostwire Tokyo is still gonna honor that contract and still come out, you know, a year after on the Xbox. They might. I mean, I guess they could. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna cancel the PlayStation 5 version. They might. I mean, I don't know. It might be possible, but I don't know. Like I just said, it's probably going to take them a year after finishing the PlayStation 5 version just to get the Xbox version going, or to at least be able to take advantage of the hardware that the Xbox Series X has. Ooh. Oh man. All right, my friends. Well, Soulstar, welcome back. Yeah, the Doom Eternal dev and the DF interview said he wished other platforms had VRS. Hey, Felix, how you doing, man? Happy Friday, chat. Yes. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and chat with everybody and stuff, you know, and go over some stuff because I got a lot of work this weekend, you know, trying to set this TV up, going through a lot of games. Do you have your speech ready for the delay for Forbidden West? Of course I do. I got one. Well, that sucks. I'm selling my PlayStation 5. Actually, better yet, watch me throw it out the fucking window. Oh my gosh, man. You missed everything. You're going to have to watch this thing all over. I will be starting Plague's Tale tonight. No work, so a few beers and Plague's Tale. Oh, yeah, dude. You can probably get through it in about 10 hours. It's going to be a good experience, though. You're going to love it. Congrats on the TV. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got to freaking get this thing set up yeah, man. If they don't release Forbidden West this year, dude, I'm going to be freaking pretty. I'm going to be pretty mad like you, Hazen. I'm going to be so I am. I'm going to be pretty mad, and I'm probably going to lose, you know, a few PlayStation subscribers once I rip into them for it. I will. I'll make a video and then I will be posting it on every single PlayStation channel on Twitter until that game comes out. I will hit it every time they put one out. Boom. Where's my Horizon? I don't mind watching this on demand after all. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I will. I'll post that on their I'll post it on the PlayStation channels every time I see one. I'm already pretty relentless when I make videos about the PlayStation. I'm always throwing them on there. So yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing how I don't know. I know they want to blame COVID and this chip shortages and all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, these guys sold us a console that already bought it, and we want some content, man. We want something to play. Like, it really sucks not having anything to play, guys. Like, it's depressing. So okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go and play around with this new TV and play around with these games, and I'm gonna get on earlier tomorrow because I got a concert with the wife. We're going to see Garth Brooks tomorrow, so I'll be on earlier in the day, probably around 10, 11 o'clock my time, and then we'll discuss because I gotta look at some stuff, and I want to discuss this TV, like OLED and all kinds of stuff like that. I want to discuss all these games playing at 120 frames a second, how it differs, you know, with the PlayStation and stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of work tonight, so I will catch you guys tomorrow morning around 10 or 11 o'clock. Thanks for coming to the stream tonight. I'll keep this one short anyways. That way you guys can watch it. What's up, Somniac? I hope you guys watch the broadcast after I leave. So you guys have a good night. Thanks.